And we are live. Welcome everybody to Ask a Wizard. Welcome. Let me adjust. Yes. Cue the MVP. How are you doing? This is my sideways setup. I remembered it this time. Welcome. Doing some live wizard readings for you guys. We're just doing one card readings here in the beginning before the lecture, and then we're going to be doing the 3 card readings at the end of the stream. If you happen to get one of the paid readings, you'll be getting those after the lecture today. So let me know in the comments below if you have. I will check out PayPal and get those readings there. Hey, V-Lone, how's it going? And we also have the free readings available for anybody who likes the video and shares the stream. Let's get, I don't know, what's a good, small, reasonable goal? I don't know, say 17 trillion thumbs up? Let's get 17 trillion thumbs up. Let's go. Vlone, how your day been? It's been going pretty well. I'll do some live wizard readings. So if you'd like to get a wizard reading, thumbs up this video and share the video. We need to come up with a team of people that just go and spam my link to a billion places. Q the MVP is here. Who would like to get a wizard reading? Let me know. I want a wizard reading. All right, normal gamer, let's get you a reading. Normal gamer 20. Shared already, and I would like a general reading. Awesome, V-Lone, let me get you on the list. So I don't forget. Boom. V-Lone and QP. And then we have, I need a reading because I got to go to bed soon. Oh, all right. QP, the MVP. LV Lone, you'll have to also, I joined the Parliament of Owls. Just need a name. Awesome. Sweet. Welcome to the Parliament of Owls. All right, normal gamer, let's get you a card. Let's see here. What does normal gamer need to know? All right. There we go. Ooh, popping off with the star. All right, so what the star represents is axiomatic alignment. It's actually really perfect. It's in tune with exactly what the lesson of today is all about. So what this topic is discussing really is getting yourself into a position where you're setting a goal so high for yourself that would make your life if it came true, if you were able to manifest that into reality. And that sets yourself as your highest goal and ideal. However, we need to get one of those. And so what this card is a call to action to is saying, in your environment right now is the potential for that guiding light, that star that's going to be like, I'm striving towards that. That is my goal. That is my objective. That is where I'm going to seek. And so this is saying, just pay attention. Look for the signs from God in your environment. See how he's trying to instruct you, making things that stand out, seem synchronistic, and that's where your attention is drawn, the truth, and that is going to be where you should be looking for, Mr. Gamer, normal gamer 20, normal underscore gamer 20. That's the reading I have for you. I hope that helps you out, gives you some insights. And if you felt like that was accurate for you, if you gave you some insights and helped you out, please give this thing a share. Let people know that you're on the stream. Share it with your friends and family and give this thing a thumbs up. By the way, how should I start meditating and start reaching my higher self? Would you recommend that? I hope watched your live TikTok, and then Elizabeth deleted her message. Interesting. How should I start meditating, start reaching my higher self? I wouldn't recommend meditation. I'd recommend prayer. It's more effective. I watched your TikTok live. Oh, thank you. Awesome. Well, I'm glad that you were there, Elizabeth. Did you want to get a reading? Let me know. For the longer readings, we do the paid readings at the end here after the lecture, which is paypal.me/askawizard. Pay whatever you think a reading is worth. We will have the paid readings there. And I'll also give away, let's say 2 free paid readings. We'll do one in the beginning and one at the end. Just kind of making it up on the fly. So yeah, I would recommend prayer over meditation. And you already have your higher self within you. You're a being made in God's image. So it's more about recognizing your power within, being a being who's made by God. So check out my last video. We talked about that, the mouthpieces of the gods. That helped a lot. Feels like it was so accurate. I'm glad to hear that that was on point for you, normal gamer, and gave you some insights. Awesome. All right, V1, V-Lone. I always mess it up. And by the way, these readings are not, I'm not a psychic. This is archetypical story, philosophy, magic, and illusion. So I've studied archetypical story and I've studied philosophy and I've studied illusion. And what I do is I figure out where are you at in your story, the universal stories that apply to a lot of different people. And then I use magic and illusion to present the wisdom to you to help you move forward on your hero's journey. So you might find that these readings resonate with not just you, but a lot of the other people. So if you feel like this is resonating for you, feel free to comment below, let us know. Because that probably means you're on a similar story and the wisdom is beneficial to you. It'll probably not be as accurate, but you'll get glimpses of it, kind of like if you watch a movie where you can't really relate with the character, but there is like one side character you kind of do relate with, you still get wisdom from it. It's kind of like that. So if that does happen for you, feel free to let everyone know in the comment section below. Should I keep on trying to empower myself harder with logos? Yes, studying logos, studying truth is the way to go, man. That's going to give you a lot of wisdom. Hey, that's funny enough. The card that we've got here for you. Ooh, okay. Oh, man, all right. What the heck, man? My intuitive feeling here is telling me, V-Lone, getting a rough sign here, man. I feel like we're kind of getting down on ourselves. We're saying that we're not good enough. We're not doing the right thing. And wow, okay. You got to get rid of that negative voice, dude. That's way too harsh on yourself. You know, you're doing something awesome. Most people never even explore these topics. You know, you're not going to become a master overnight. Man, that's a little self-defeating. I wouldn't recommend kind of getting away from that. And what this card is saying here is I'm getting the impression that you're very motivated to really, sorry for coming late to your live stream today. No problem at all. That you have a lot of motivation. You're a really determined person and hold yourself to a really high standard here. And what this card is saying is we need to ground that with some principles here. So the line representing that strong side, the principles coming in here to tame it, not to subdue it, not to make it weak, but instead to work with it and to say, look, you have strength that can be used for good, but this could also be used for bad. So let's make sure we're putting that towards things that are beneficial for us and we're not being so harsh on ourselves, because we want to put that energy towards motivating ourselves and saying like, I want to do better tomorrow, rather than like how horrible I did last week. It's like, well, you can't change last week. How about we just change what we do tomorrow, kind of thing. That'd be my recommendation for you there, V-Lone, and I hope that gives you some insights and helps you out. I'm Form TikTok. Well, congratulations, Form TikTok. Welcome. I'm glad to see that you're here. I hope you enjoy the stream. And if you do, make sure you give this a subscribe, share this stream out, like the video. Let's get some people up in here. Thanks, man. It really is accurate, because with my brand, I really down myself and up myself sometimes. Yeah, I know. I know how that can be. It's hard, especially with people who are interested in being high performers. That's pretty common. All right, and if you'd like to get a free reading, all you need to do is like this video and share the video. When you do that, you let me know that you'd like a free reading and I'll add you to the list. You can also get a paid reading by doing going to paypal.me/askawizard, paying whatever you think a reading is worth, and then you will get the paid reading at the end of the stream after the lecture. We do paid readings, and we'll be doing some free readings as well. QP has been assigned the free paid reading for the first part of the stream. So we're going to be giving him a 3-card reading right now for QP. QP, are you here? Let me know in the comments below. Elizabeth, can I get a free reading? I liked and shared. Well, thank you very much, Elizabeth. Yes, indeed. Let's get you on the list. Elizabeth. Always here. Awesome. Thank you very much, QP. Let's get you a reading. And congratulations on winning. Ooh, lightning is flickering here today, isn't it? You might be noticing some electronic phenomenon here. Typically when we see the lights flickering, it will cause strange sensations till the end of the reading. It's what's called synchronicity. It's not supernatural, it's not ghost, it's not spirits. It's what's called a paracosm. It's a shared psychological experience. However, it is a little bit odd. So if you do experience those things, feel free to comment in the comment section below and let me know that they're happening for you. Let us begin and share the video out and see if you can affect other people's electronics with this video during this little reading here. Boom, all right, what do we got? Ooh, interesting, very interesting indeed. All right, What should I say when I feel like there is a spirit around me? Get behind me, Satan. I have nothing. I want nothing to do with you. My LED lights just flickered. Yeah, that'll happen. Awesome. I'm glad to see that is working for you, QP. Now let's see. Who do we need here? Okay, Socrates, settle down. All right, you can definitely take care of this. My goodness. Maybe QP, check out The Trial and Death of Socrates. It's a fantastic book. That would be my recommendation for you. Okay. So QP, we're seeing, ooh, the Five of Pentacles popping up here in the past. So this is a disruption in the material. Wow. Okay, so what this is saying is that we're going through a time where in the material world, we're kind of going, it's a rough point. You know, this is putting ourselves in a situation that we feel like, you know, hopeless, we feel like we're lost, we don't really know what to do, and we see a lot of that showing up here, just a disruption and chaos in the material sense of the world. It's just a real shakeup of our reality, kind of a pretty darn painful experience, to be honest with you. And that's what we're seeing showing up here in the past. Now, walking into the present, what we see is the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups is where we're at now, and this is growth in emotions and growth in relationships. And so what this is saying is right now is a really good time that even though we had this painful experience in the past, we can still grow our relationships now with people in our environment. This would be about growing new friendships, gaining new people, getting closer with our family, and really just relying on the people who love us, care about us, and growing new friendships as well to really help us support ourselves through these times, but also to build the bonds that will get us through more hard times. Because unfortunately, there's going to be painful things that happen in people's lives. And that's just an inevitability of life. And so what this is saying is, hey, it's going to be hard to get through these times, but we can have ourselves in a position where we can have a friend network that makes this happen. Hello again, lights. And get through these painful times. So let's build that friendship network here so that we become stronger to deal with painful times in the future. And so that's kind of where we find you at right now. QP, is this sounding accurate for you? Let me know in the comments below if this is sounding on point. If not, that's perfectly fine. We will adjust accordingly. Hey, Tyler, I did the 16 personality test and I got the protagonist. What does that mean? What was the letters? I need to know those. And if you'd like to get a free reading, make sure you like this video and share the video out. And if any of these readings are resonating with you, please let us know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. And share the stream out for people. We should be seeing electronic phenomenon being affected by this video until the end of this reading, which is in one card. So if you'd like to disrupt your friends' lights and electronics, feel free to share this video with them. Yes, perfect. Still can't tell if you're a mind reader or a wizard or both. I am a wizard. ENFJ. Ooh, ENFJ. Interesting. ENFJ. I am an ENTP. So you're 2 letters off from me. I will have to look into that, but I believe that you have the natural capacity for kind of gathering people around you and leading them. You're the kind of person who is capable of just really starting a campaign and pushing forward. Not so much the campaigner, which is a separate personality type, but this is kind of like the Aragorn style kind of character. But I'll look into that. If you're doing the personality test, I highly recommend signing up for a call where we'll do a one-on-one with you. And if you have a problem or thing that you'd like to overcome or learn about or gain knowledge on, that's a great place to sign up for. So this card popping up here is the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups here is a choice regarding emotions. So what this is saying is, do you think there is an owl I could be? Yeah, you just think of a nickname followed by the word owl, and that's how you get an owl name. Yeah, I feel like I can keep a conversation going for hours. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. That's a powerful skill set indeed. Night owl. Awesome. All right. We'll get you owlified for you real quick after the end of this reading. So, the Two of Cups here is a choice regarding emotions. And so, what this is saying is while it is important for us to be building these friendships right now, gaining support, emotional stability, it's important to make sure that we choose friends based on our principles and our truth and what we believe in. We don't want to just make friends with people because they're available, okay? There are bad influences we can bring into our life, and we tend to be the sum of the 5 people we surround ourselves with. So make sure that you are surrounding yourself with people who are virtuous, who have good goals, who are pursuing good things, and not putting their life in a downward trajectory, that have goals, dreams, ambitions, that kind of thing. And so make sure that you are still selective with the friendships and the people that you choose to make your company. And that would be my recommendation for you, QP. I hope that helps you out and gives you some insights. And now let us owlify you. I guess we're using a pencil today. Now you might see a glowing orb glowing in between my hands. Not everyone can see it. It's about 20% of people who can. However, it does cause what's called a pattern interruption, so that makes your brain more primed when I go and say, hey, what I want you to do is, as you realize this glowing ball on the tip of my pencil here is glowing, you think to yourself how the world is working for you instead of how it's working against you. I want you to look around in the world and say, how is this working for me? And by just simply having that brought to your attention, you can start to realize there's a lot of things working for you in the world that you didn't even realize in the beginning. For QP, to Night Owl. There we go. Put it right there. Let it fly. QP, you have now been owlified as Night Owl. Congratulations. Yeah. Welcome to the flock. Woo! QP is now Night Owl. Welcome. All you need to do, you can change your username to Night Owl. That's awesome. It makes it a lot easier for me. But you can also just introduce yourself in the comments like, hey, Night Owl here, and then I will try my best to remember. And then I'll probably screw it up, which I do a lot. All right. So that is Night Owl. Welcome to the flock. Next up, we have Elizabeth. Elizabeth! Short time for a reading. I prob would. There's so many owls, man. It's so hard. And if you'd like a reading, make sure that you like the stream, that you share the stream. Get this thing out to, I don't know, 16... Let's make our goal 16 million people today. Let's get 16 million views. That's our goal. I think it's a reasonable goal. I think that we can easily attain it. Let's get to 16 million views. Elizabeth, are you here? Let me know in the comments below, Elizabeth. And if not, we will move on to the lecture, and then we'll do the paid readings afterwards. I got the paid readings, some of the paid readings written down here, but if you're here for your paid reading, please comment below, and I will make sure you're ready to go. Elizabeth. We'll also be giving away one free paid reading at the end of the lecture as well. So stick around for that free paid reading where we'll be giving it away at the end. Elizabeth is here. All right, Elizabeth, let us get you a card. Ooh, the Page of Wands. I have my first day of school, so I need to go to bed. Night Owl, out. See you later. Good night. Have a good sleep, and congratulations on your first day of school. Stay strong. You got this. All right, Elizabeth. So what we got here is the Page of Wands. So, hey, Tyler, I gotta go to sleep, but I'll leave this running in the background. Well, thank you very much, Velon. Thank you so much, and have a good night. So the Page of Wands here represents Elizabeth inexperience with the spiritual. So what this, or your spiritual principles. And so what this is saying, I'll see you tomorrow for next stream. Definitely Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Pacific Coast time here on YouTube, and 7:30 p.m. Pacific Coast time over on TikTok. So what this represents for you here, Elizabeth, is an inexperience with the principles. So this isn't saying that you don't have principles. This is more saying that we haven't really put in the time of really like reading and founding where our principles come from. So like, for example, I'm a Christian. So this would be like when you might be born into a Christian family, but you haven't read the Bible, or you aren't familiar with, like, say, Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis, like the depths of it. But I do still believe. So I still have the principles, but I don't have the intellectual foundations for those yet. And so this is like a call to action for your principles here. So, like, for example, if you believe in truth and virtue, you might want to read Plato or Aristotle, who talk about those things. If you're a Christian, you might want to read the Action Bible or read the Bible. Those two would be great sources. And so this is just kind of a call to action here to say, like, hey, this is okay. This is not bad. This doesn't make you a bad person. This is just a time that every person goes through in their life where we're in the beginner's phase. This is actually one of the most fun times. You know, you make silly mistakes, but you also learn some pretty cool stuff, and it's a brand new world. So embrace this time, have fun with it, and just try not to get too caught up on, like, oh, I made a mistake, or oh, I was wrong, and then beat yourself up over it. Just don't get locked into that kind of stuff. Just be okay with being in the beginner mindset and just growing. That would be my recommendation for you. I hope that helps you out, Elizabeth, and gives you some insights. And let me know in the comments below if that was helpful for you. And if that resonated, I would love to know. Let me know in the comments below. And with that, we are going to begin the lecture. We're going to be doing the lecture here, and then we're going to be doing the paid readings afterwards. Elizabeth says, yes, thank you so much. No problem at all, Elizabeth. Glad I was able to help. Feel free to share this with your friends so they can see that you got a reading live as well. And if you feel like the readings resonated with you, feel free to comment below. All right. Let's see. So the lecture we're going to be doing today is discussing how to use axioms to motivate yourself. The title, I believe, is How to Get Out of Bed in the Morning. This came from two different owls who messaged me on two separate times over the last day, saying that they felt like it was hard to, like, just get out of bed in the morning. They felt lack of motivation. It's like, what's the point? You know, like, what am I going to do? I'm just so bored and I'm stuck here. And so, interestingly enough, as I was studying my competition, which I can't talk about, but studying my competition, they talked about some tactics that they had used, which I found interesting because the tactics that they used were in alignment with what you learn in Christianity and Plato and Aristotle. And so they happened to be a solution for gaining motivation and accomplishing really big and amazing things. And so that's what we're going to talk about today here, is how can we use axioms to set ourselves into a position where we can gain motivation almost unlimitedly, and that's what we're going to try to do. So what is an axiom? That's where we need to start. You can kind of think of an axiom as a dream, a big or a long, big goal. So this is something that's doesn't have to be a set defined goal. It can just be a non-ending process, like, I want to strive to be the healthiest person I can be. And that's something you can strive for every day, forever. This could also be something that's just an enormous goal, like I want to be the strongest person in the world, or the strongest person I can be. Things of that nature. And so that's what an axiom is. It's a little bit different than a goal. It's an overarching major goal. And so the first principle that we learned here is setting an axiom that is big. You want to dream really big. And a great way to do this is, everyone says dream big, right? And then you're like, okay, I'm going to dream big. And then you leave the seminar or the YouTube video, and then you're like, oh yeah, I don't know what that means. So you don't actually ever get off the ground. And so that's really frustrating. That can be a painful thing to go through. And so what I would recommend doing is making this more concrete. Asking yourself this question. This is a good place to start. And keep in mind, once you solve one axiom, you can dream big, but you can also dream realistically as well and strive for that, just to start knocking goals out of the way. That's all I ever hear while growing up. Dream big. Exactly. You only hear dream big. So what we want to do is try and get out of that, and instead ask ourselves, assuming I had no limitations. There's no limitations on me financially. My only limitations are what is true and possible in the real world. What do I wish existed that I currently don't have or doesn't exist? That's a good way to start dreaming. It's a better, more refined way, because you can begin to dream of a world that could exist rather than just Dream big. Okay, well, I'm dreaming that I could levitate over the moon. Okay, but how does that work? So instead, we want to concentrate it down. What is something that I wish existed in my world? And then from there, you have your new axiom, assuming that's what you're going to strive for. So let's say what I wish, let's say you lived out in the middle of, I don't know, you lived out in the middle of Utah, or what's this, Montana. You live out in the middle of Montana, and you're like, I really wish that at any time I could have access to really high quality seafood. Maybe that's what you would like. And there's nowhere around that has that. That could be your axiom, to be the person who sets a goal of making a high quality seafood available in the local area. And that is setting a sort of goal. It's something that you want to see in the world, and it's a dream. And so that's where you set your axiom. Now, from here, you would want to raise it to the bigness. This is where you want to start applying the bigness, which is now that you have that defined element, let's make it big and say, I want to make the best fish place in all of Montana. Maybe that's your goal, the best fish shop. And so now you've made it big. And so from here, you now have definition. You now have a defined goal, and it's something that you want to see in the world. It's something that would make you happy if it existed. And now we want to go and start seeking out people from a logos perspective. So that's the axiomatic foundation. Now, from the logos perspective, we want to start asking ourselves, who has solved this problem? Who are other people who have accomplished similar things that I'm trying to accomplish? And let's study them, see how they did it, and figure out their methodology. And then from there, we want to model that methodology and just slightly improve it, slightly change it, make it our own. And by doing that, we're going to model something that's already excellent, something that's already performing very well, and then we're going to bring it in with a unique twist. So for example, in our Montana example, you might say, well, what is the best fish place in the world? And you could go watch YouTube videos and find all of those chefs that are on there teaching their tricks and techniques, and then you could study those experts in that particular field. From there, once you're studying them, you could bring the excellence of their skill set to Montana, because it doesn't exist in Montana yet. Because if it did, you would have gone and gotten the best fish in the Montana. So that is how you could take something that's great and bring it to where you're at. And then, of course, making it your own by making it your own brand, your own particular flair, your own customer service, and so on and so forth. So you want to model excellence and then improve upon it and innovate on it. That way you're not starting from scratch, and it's going to make it a lot easier to start progressing, because now you basically have a plan already written out for you that's been proven to work. And so that's a great place to start. It saves a lot of time. And then finally, once you've, or not finally, but now, once you've set yourself an axiom, you've got a goal, right? You have this overarching plan, the axiom. And now you have a plan written out for you from modeling excellence. Now all you have to do is say, what is the smallest step that I can take right now with the least amount of risk today that will help me get one step closer to accomplishing this plan? And that's what you start with your to-do list. Every day on your to-do list, write that one thing down and get that thing done. Just one thing on your to-do list. And by doing this, what you're going to find is that, how do you get yourself out of bed in the morning? By reminding yourself that you have a plan and a single task that needs to get done today that is going to help you get closer to your dream. And by doing that, you have a reason to get out of bed in the morning, and you're going to find that it's much easier to motivate yourself because you're aiming for something that you're dreaming for. So this, obviously, the Montana example is very concrete, and I did that on purpose. I want you guys to see the concrete example, how simple this could be. But this could be something else. This could be, I want to be a famous singer. This could be, I want to start a $1 million company. This is, I could, I want to write a book. Whatever your big goal is, the goal that is so amazing that if this happened, well, of course I want to get up in the morning because I accomplished that. I could get that. If that is possible, there's a reason to get up. And not only is there a reason to get up, but there's something that I can accomplish, and I have a plan, and I have a task that needs to get done today. And that is what you remind yourself of when you're feeling down, when you feel like you shouldn't get out of bed. Remind yourself of that dream. I'd recommend getting into a slogan, keeping it simple, and repeat it to yourself. You know, if it's the name of your business, it could be, you know, fish shop. We're going to do it. Fish shop. Let's go. And that's the reminder, because that's what you want. And so that is the process for how you get out of bed in the morning. That is the source of setting these big dreams, but doing them in a way that's actually pragmatic, that'll actually help you accomplish things, rather than what you hear from most motivation, which is just like, you know, dream big, you know, whatever you want, go for it. You're like, okay. And that's not enough. You're going to need to do more. And so I hope that that helps you guys out. I hope it gives you some insights. Feel free to share this with the people that all tell you to dream big so that they can be offended. I always enjoy the people being offended. And you can like this video up if it gave you insights and it's helpful for you. And we're going to move on to the paid readings. If this resonated with you, if you felt like it was beneficial, let me know in the comments below. If you want to discuss any of the points, I'd love to hear it. And if you want to get a reading, all you need to do is share the stream, thumbs up this video. I'm giving away one free paid reading as well. If you would like that, let me know in the comments below, and then we will be doing our paid readings from PayPal as well. By the way, you can get a paid reading on PayPal by going to paypal.me/askawizard. Make sure you put in your username here on YouTube, followed by the message of what you would like me to do a reading about. And I do those at the end of the lectures here, so make sure you show up for them if you have paid for a reading. And if not, these are archived. You can always go through them as well. So powerful. I can connect to what you're saying. I'm glad to hear that that was beneficial for you, Elizabeth, and gave you some insights, and I hope that it helps you move forward on your hero's journey. Awesome. All right. While we wait for someone to claim the paid reading, we're going to move on to the paid readings that we already have here. All right. Luis, your paid reading is going to begin right now. Luis, thank you for your donation. I deeply appreciate it. Yes, thank you. No problem at all, Elizabeth. And Luis, if you're not here, this will be recorded for you. However, make sure that you show up for the video at the end. When you donate your reading, I'll probably be doing it the next night unless we get really backed up. So if you're seeing this in the future, let me know. Or if you're here right now, feel free to comment in the comment section below. Let's get Luis's reading going right now. And again, thank you so much for supporting the stream, Luis. Wow, okay. All right, Luis. My goodness. 2 major arcana cards. Plato, would you be so kind? Awesome, thank you. Man, okay, Luis, jeez. Wow, all right, so we got called out, huh? We got into a situation where we realized we were being fake, and that, I mean, you know, Luis, I know that's hard, that's difficult to deal with, but man, at least you were strong enough to accept it, like, man, I am fake, I am lying to myself, I keep telling myself that I'm things that I'm not, and that's a good first step to moving towards progress. Congratulations for being able to accept that. Wow. It's okay, so it's like it was a social media thing, huh? So you were like looking through your social media. I'm getting the impression here. Looking through, I'm seeing you scroll through your social media, and you're like seeing your post, and you're realizing like, oh, I'm the one that's crazy. Okay, well, congratulations. Welcome to reality. Here's a good thing. A lot of people get wrapped up in craziness. It's called ideological possession. It happens all the time. If you remove logos, truth, from your highest ideal, you will get possessed by other things, whether those are demons, whether those are political ideologies, whether those are emotions. You will be controlled by something other than truth. So that happens to everyone. Don't be too upset about that. And what we see you moving into here, by the way, that's the judgment card here, my apologies. So what we see moving you here is the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is about faking it till you make it. And so what this card here is recommending is, ironically, you know, you're feeling like you're not speaking your own words and you're reviewing your own words, realizing it's not you. now you're in this weird position where it kind of feels like you're someone that you're not, because your ideology, your identity was kind of founded on these radical beliefs, these ideas that are clearly wrong. And so what this is saying here is it's okay to feel a little inauthentic right now. What you should do is, instead of trying to rush to fill that void, typically what happens, like if you're extreme on, say, like right-wing politics or left-wing politics, you will flip from one side to the other because both of them are so outrageously insane. And so you find yourself going from this one, and then this side proves that this side's wrong, and then this side proves that they're wrong, but they're both wrong and for their own ways. And so what you need to do here is make sure that instead, let's stop playing the game, the tennis, and let's figure out what is true, what is reality. This is like Plato, Aristotle, the Bible, Christianity. What is the logos? And so from there, you're going to get a much better foundation. That would be my recommendation for you, Elise. I hope that helps you out. And is sounding on point for you. If it is, and you're here, please let me know in the comments below. If not, we're going to move forward assuming this is accurate. Let me know. Let me know. I don't think Louise is here. I don't think. She hasn't commented since we started the stream. All right, we're going to move on. We're going to move on to the next card. Going once. Going twice. Sold. All right, let's move on to the next card here. So Luis, what we see finally popping up here is the Four of Cups. And I think this is really important, and this is probably what you need to realize is the source of why we even got wrapped up in this craziness to begin with. The Four of Cups is about stability of emotions. And so what this is saying is we really need to just get control of our emotions. The reason that we tend to get into these crazy ideologies is because they make us feel safe, they make us feel secure, or they make us feel immense emotional stimulation, which is what you see with the media. The media is not a truth-telling machine. It's a liar. It's no different than like turning on Breaking Bad and thinking that that's real. There's no difference between that and news. And if the news's entire business is to scare you, that's how they make money. And so they put out things to scare you so you feel strong emotions, just like a horror movie. And so a lot of times we'll get into these crazy ideologies because we want that fear. We want that stimulation, that emotional thing of, oh, I'm at the forefront of the big story. And so be careful with that. That's very dangerous to think that you are the one man that's going to save the world, the one hero that's going to save everything, and that you know the true truth and no one else has the truth. It's like someone had the truth already. His name's Jesus. Plato and Aristotle have been studying truth. There's this thing called truth. It exists. It's not changing. Okay, so that would be my recommendation for you, is just don't worry so much about that. Worry about instead, this is a very complicated problem. Go read Thomas Aquinas, go read Mere Christianity, go read St. Augustine. This is a highly complex topic that you could spend a lifetime studying. And it's much more rewarding and is going to be much more fulfilling in your life than chasing after emotional drugs, essentially, just this emotional stimulation. And so that's the reading I have for you today, Luis. I hope that helps you out. I hope that gives you some insights. Let me know in the comments below if that was sounding on point for you. And if you enjoyed that, please share this with your friends. It will be recorded here on YouTube for you to share and like in the future as well. And if we have anybody else who would like a reading, let me know. We will get that reading for you. We have one paid reading available, one paid reading for free left. I'm giving away one free reading, so if you would like to claim that free reading, let me know. We'll be doing that paid free reading right now. If you would like it, all you need to do is let me know in the comments below, and then if not, we will close up the stream. So let me know in the comments below. Or for the first time ever, I'll be able to close up the stream early. That'll be awesome too. I really need, with all the projects going on, if you are part of the owls that are involved with some of the projects we're doing, you know how insanely busy I am right now. My goodness, we're going through a lot of stuff. But alas, it is a good and noble goal and a big dream. So hopefully we will be seeing that come into fruition in the near future. All right, going once, going twice. Oh, what do we got? What made you want to be a wizard? Well, I was, gosh, 8 years old, just started doing it. It's just kind of something, it's kind of like comedy in a way. Magicians and comedians are very similar. It's just something that you're drawn to. Everybody wants to be a comedian at some point. Most guys, I should say. I don't think most women do, but most guys want to be a comedian or a magician or a ninja or a pirate. It's like these different things. But most of the people quickly realize it's like, oh, okay, I want to be a comedian. So I'm going to stand in front of people publicly and fail for about 5 years until I can halfway decently do my craft. And that usually burns out every single person. The first stand-up mic is just fire. You just completely obliterated, and you don't do that anymore. Magician is very similar. In fact, it's even more insane because we get up in front of a stage, and the only way for us to practice at all, we can't. We can practice the technicalities, but we cannot predict for the social element, which comedy has as well. But with magic, if you screw up like once, it kind of really screws it. You can't, it's really hard to save the show. You can save the show, but it can really wreck it because you've broken the spell. A magic show is one paracosm from start to finish that has to be perfect, and any iterations in that paracosm cause disturbances. And with comedy, you can kind of break the mold and bring the crowd back in, but it's both of them are creating paracosms. And it's a very complicated art. And so most people, you kind of just have to be a weird person who's drawn towards that. However, doing wizardry by itself, you can do it just as a hobby, just like you can learn some jokes and have fun with your friends. And so what wizardry is in a nutshell is you're just studying archetypical story. So archetypical story are stories that are universal, that exist throughout the fabric of reality. They're true. They have truth embedded in them. Carl Jung talked a lot about these. And they're proof of the existence of God. There's a narrative of the world, that there is truth in the world, and then there is things that are not true. And so we all tend to follow these patterns of archetypical truth. So we can figure out what character you are. That's what my personality test one-on-one call is all about, which you can find at askawizardmagic.com. But figuring out what universal story the person is in right now, and then what character they are in that story. So that's the first part. The second part is then using magic and illusion to present wisdom to them in a useful way to help them move forward on their hero's journey. Now, the wisdom could vary from wizard to wizard. It might be business advice. It could be self-help. It could be, in my case, I use philosophy a lot, esotericism, Christianity, logos. That's my particular knowledge bank, and I'm constantly updating that, growing that, and that's really where the long-term art is the more wisdom that you can memorize. And so that's why you always see wizards with different mnemonic devices. It might be a book, it might be a deck of cards, it might be a memorization on the system of the hand, but we're using different tools as memory tools to remember wisdom. It's not a spiritual thing where we have a memory palace and it's like, oh, right, the moon. The moon is archetypically representative of the conflict with the ego, with the subconscious integrating with the conscious mind. So this is the processing of subconscious data. This comes from Carl Jung. He talks a lot about this in Man and His Symbols. And so this card here, when I see his card, I'm reminded of Carl Jung. I'm reminded of his theory on dream work and how we go through very bizarre synchronistic events that can be kind of perceived as negative when we're flooded with the subconscious, the dream world. And a good way of overcoming this particular problem is writing it down in a dream journal. However, depending on which character you are and what part of the story you are in, this has different implications. For example, if you're in, say, Shakespeare's Hamlet, and you realize this is the confrontation with the ghost of Hamlet's father. This is the revelation of deep, profound meaning, of horror, of terror, of a call to action to destruction. Wow, that's horrifying. However, you come over here and it could be, say, Dante's Inferno. This is Beatrice being dragged into hell. This is another horrifying, terrifying encounter with the subconscious, to being dragged down into the depths. And so depending on what the story is, Hamlet's might be a call to action, to destruction, while Beatrice's might, the Divine Comedy, where Beatrice is being dragged into hell, might be instead a call to adventure rather than a call to destruction. And so that's kind of where the individuality comes into play. And so that's more or less how it works. That's what I'm doing. I'm not communicating with spirits or angels or demons or anything. I'm just using memorization of truth, logos. And as I always say, the only spirit I'm involved with is the Holy Spirit. And that's not what I'm doing here. This is not a religious podcast. This is me doing wizardry, and I happen to be a Christian. By the way, we have one free reading left available. If you guys are interested in getting that paid reading for free, all you need to do is comment below "free reading" and like this video and share it out, and that will get you the free reading. If not, we're going to wrap up the stream unless you guys have any other questions. And thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And it looks like we might be able to close up 15 minutes early. Elizabeth says, that's so cool. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you enjoy it. It is a burden of love. What ended up happening in most, unfortunately, what has ended up happening, I've seen, is that most wizards just learn the magic and illusions, and then they go and make money with magic and illusions. And so it sucks, because they just learn how to be the persuasion techniques and the flashy cool stuff, and they go and they're like, look, see, woo, made a card float, isn't that awesome? And then they and that's it. And then of course the mentalism, they get into marketing and advertising, which I did myself, for making money, because it teaches you how to be persuasive, how to influence people, but they forget the 2/3 of what it is we're supposed to do. And it's unfortunate, but you know, I like keeping up the tradition, even if I'm the only one still doing it. I get that it's not the most profitable route. I get that it's a lot easier to just do this, or to hey, just do this, or hey, even to just do this. But that's not my tradition, so I follow the tradition of the wizard. All right, well, I haven't seen anybody claim the free reading, so we're going to close up the stream here, guys. Thank you for tuning in tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We're going to be live again Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. Pacific Coast time. We're here on YouTube, and also over on TikTok at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Coast time, Monday through Friday. We do a live magic show there as well. Thank you for tuning in. If you feel like this was valuable, if you feel like you have some friends in your life that need to know how to get out of bed in the morning, that would benefit from this video and the philosophy that's in it, please give it to them, share it out to them, let them know, talk to them in real life. That's the best way to get around these stupid algorithms these days. And post it on Reddit or wherever people post stuff these days, where you think that they might be benefiting it from it. Maybe there's a Reddit for motivation, or maybe there's I don't know, what do people use these days? Instagram, Facebook, I don't know. Share it wherever you like. And thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoy it. The one caveat: don't share it somewhere that is irrelevant. I don't want to be a bad guest. I don't want to be spammed. If you know of a group, if you know of a place where you feel like this would be beneficial for them, share it to them. Don't force it on people who aren't interested in this kind of thing. There's no reason to be spammy. You know, they can disagree with it. That's perfectly fine. If they disagree with anything I'm saying, I have no issue with that. But do make sure it's on topic. You know, you don't want to go posting it in like the top taco making tips on Facebook or something like that. Or what have you. So that would be my only request there when sharing it out. And thank you guys for tuning in. I just noticed my voice is very off. The entire state that I'm in is burning down. I'm in the worst state in America, which is called California. It's the worst place ever. and I'm currently just inhaling smoke from the burning city because this place is literally on fire, and they spent their money banning straws and nonsense rather than putting out fires. So I'll be ending my stream here. Hopefully, my voice that sounds sickly will be less sickly in the future. I will see you guys tomorrow, Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Pacific Coast time. Have a good evening and sleep well. Peace. And have fun getting out of bed in the morning. Oh no, I'm sorry. I will keep you and everyone in my thoughts. No problem at all. We will be fine. We have gotten through many a burning states before. All right, see you guys later. Peace.